Control? Do you control your desires? More about that right after the intro. Welcome to Day One Journey, Ep.314. Ching. Yeah! So what about you? Do you think you have control over your desires? Do you want to have control over your desires? Well, when I think about myself, I always wanted to control my life. I also want to control my desires. And I put a lot of work into that. As I was sharing with you, before the self-discipline series, we were talking about the 3 basic desires most responsible for our lack of self-discipline. 2 of them were the desire for food and the desire for expression of sex. And I was working on these desires, and I think I came to a level when I do control them to an extent. And that wasn't easy. So I do have control over them. But there's one desire that I realized I don't really control. And this is the desire I was sharing with you about in the last few episodes. This is the desire to improve, to get better, to push myself for the next level, to become a better version of myself, developing new skills. And I was realizing this desire that I have when I was listening and reading about the stories of the people I was sharing with you about that share the same desire, the desire to improve. And it's not just a desire, it's an obsessive desire to improve. They were described in the books that I was reading. They were described as also having this obsessed desire to improve. And I related to that. And when I was reading these books and these stories about these people, the psychologist defined this innate obsessive desire to improve. They defined with 3 super powerful words. And when I read these words for the first time, everything made sense to me. It was just... It's not only that I just want to get better and I want to grow. It's not even about passion. Yes, I am passionate about growth. I do want to get better. I'm passionate about that. Growth is one of my moving towards values in my life. This is something I move towards in my life. This is a priority in my life. But it goes deeper. This is a burning desire. This is an obsession. And how they defined it, they defined these 3 powerful words. They defined it as having the rage to master. The rage to master. I never thought about myself as having rage. But it all makes sense. This is the source. This is the source of my obsession. This innate rage to master. This is what pushes me. This is like the fire inside that always pushes me forward to get better, to improve, to master the skills, to push myself to the next level every single time. Even when I was a child, let's say I had a competition and I lost the competition, I wasn't too worried about losing. I would just think about the next competition. And why I was so obsessed about that. Just made sense. I had this rage to master. And it's quite interesting because I was never thinking about myself as having rage. I'm very calm, very peaceful. I don't remember times when I get angry. But this rage to master, this is part of me. I just read that, and this is the powerful realization I just realized about myself. I possess this rage, and you know what? I love it. It excites me. This is something like an animal. Rage. And yes, I don't control it. I don't control it fully, and I'm okay with that. I don't control it like the other desires. This is an innate rage to master, which is the reason why I'm so obsessed about growth, about getting better, about pushing myself. And this is what I want to share with you in this episode. So back to you. If you were to have a rage, what would you want it to be for? If you were to have any kind of rage, what would it be about? What would you want it to be for? Ask yourself this interesting question and do it today. Have this interesting conversation with yourself today. And of course, have an amazing day one. See you tomorrow.